Hello, welcome. This is a demo to show you how to compare time series data in the Ocean Observatories Initiative, or OOI, Data Explorer. This is one of several demos in a step-by-step guide, and you can access these slides and the guide through the URL shown at the bottom of your screen. So this video follows from the demo Find and Visualize Time Series Data, in which we found and visualized water temperature from a mooring in the Coastal Endurance Array. So the goals for this demo are to initiate a data view with the time series that we previously found. We'll then find a second time series data set and add that to the data view. Then we'll make a comparison chart in that view and save and share it with others. So we'll use the Data Explorer in a web browser. And for ease of inconvenience, I'm actually just going to jump to the time series I already had open from the previous demo. For best results, use a Chrome or Firefox web browser. So if you're using a smartphone, some of the steps might be a little different. Here we're starting with water temperature from the Oregon Shelf Surface Mooring in the Coastal Endurance Array. And I have zoomed into this particular time period from June to August of 2019 because I'm looking for an upwelling event or two, as here indicated by low temperatures in mid-June and near the end of July. So I know that upwelling in this area results from southward wind, and I'm going to want to find some wind data. But first, I want to put these time series temperature data into a data view. So there's a button for data view at the top. You might see a different number. That includes preloaded data views as well as those you create yourself. But to start to create one yourself, you use the star in the upper right. And I had one of my own. I'm going to add a new one. Managing views, and let's call it Oregon Upwelling. Great, we're gonna use the plus to add it. Click the box to save this time series to the data view, and then we'll add this data set to the comparison chart. And let's see if that is created. I'm just going to open that data view page. So right now we just have a single time series shown in the panel on the right, added to a chart on the left, but I know I'm going to want to find wind data. So actually, I'm just going to go right back into that data set itself. Oh, in this case, I'm taking two other data sets in the Oregon Shelf Surface Mooring, so I can look for other parameters. So I know I'm interested in wind. And I have a choice. I have wind velocity northerly from the north or winds northward. So let's start with the first one here that's available, wind velocity. I'll go into this direct covariance flux instrument. And there are some periods in which data are not available. It does look like that might be the case in summer of 2019. So I'm going to select annotations just to see if there's information available for that time period. It's opening some horizontal gray bars near the bottom, and I see in June 2019 that instrument was not operational, so I want to step back to my other choice, which was wind northward wind, and go into this bulk meteorology package. And because there is an outlier here, I'm going to start by constraining to that summer of 2019 just to make it a little easier on my eye. And it's automatically adjusting the y-axis, which is great. And I see that there are data available for the 2 months that I care about. So I want to add this to my data view. Going to the star, I'm going to select that Oregon upwelling where I saved to the data view. I'm going to add this directly to the compare chart. Let's see. It says our data view has 2 data sets. Let's open it up. Great. I see in the right panel, I see the temperature and the wind. And importantly, we are creating this comparison chart on the left. So when you start the chart, it actually starts by default into the most recent week. So I want to look in summer of 2019. So I just find it kind of easy to just grab the time slider to slide to that particular week, 2 months that I'm interested in. You could use this calendar icon and type in the dates that you want. Look in, there we go. We got the 2 months that I care about. My eye is really drawn to this additional colors. I don't really want that. So I can toggle off the seasonal statistics for both of these, just so I don't have my eye drawn to those. And what do I see? Temperature is in green. So when we, and wind, southward wind, we're going to look for the negative values of wind. So I'm seeing the wind when it goes to the south, there's a little bit of a lag, but then the temperature starts to drop. So that happens for a good chunk of time in mid-June of 2019. But I also see the temperature drop significantly with a southward wind near July into the end of July. So if you're interested more in what's happening in middle of June, check out the preloaded data view for seasonal upwelling off Oregon coast. You'll find some more data to compare there. And if you're interested in the end of July, check out the next demo for glider data. So last thing is sharing this. If you were to grab the URL from the top, you couldn't share that with others. That's particular to your web browser at this time. But you can use this share button here, click that, and it creates a unique link to this exact data view. Click here to grab that URL and share it with others. Otherwise, I recommend the help resources for additional help if you have questions. And I'm just heading to the slide to show you that we've covered comparison charts. We touched on annotations. There are more examples available to you through the slides. And if you have questions, contact me. Use the feedback button in Data Explorer or check out OOI's Discourse Help Desk.